One of the things that you'll have seen that would have been a consistent thread in this presentation is that there are things here which are intangible. They're sort of psychological. This is not something which hinges on the material sciences. So one of the things that I thought I would do is I'd point out to you that if you think about it, there are so many stories that outlast grand monuments of stone. And I think it's an important issue because I don't think we give story the right credence, the right weight, the right importance in business. And there are some things that no longer stand in stone, but those stories live on and we reference them. You might think to yourself, well, it's a wonderful little thought, but how does this translate to entrepreneurship? How does it translate into business? And to give you a sense of that, two journalists, Rob Walker and Joshua Glenn, what they decided to do was they decided to test out this theory in practice. They went to a website called eBay. They bought 100 objects. It cost them $128. On average, about $1 an object. So these are not high value things. These are, the smallest things that you can find on the site. They asked 100 of their journalist friends to write a story about each object, didn't alter the object at all, no changes to the underlying product, and put them back on eBay. They sold for $3,612. That's a 2,700% increase. Talk about profit. And they went from an average of $1 to an average of $36 in terms of the average price of each item. What I mean to point out to you with the story is that it is a tangible, financially elevating capability to use storytelling in business in a way that moves people. And it is not something that is adequately appreciated in business. I'd say one of the things that I would do is that I'd encourage you to look at a number of things that seem on the surface like they are surprising combinations. And I think that this is useful because there is a whole range of things that provide certainty for us, which we may not be aware of. So for example, I'd like to give you the story of Pietro Ferrero. This is a guy who was a chocolatier, and it's 1945 in Italy. What that means is that World War II has just ended. Italy is on the losing side. And so one of the things you don't get as a chocolatier in a country on the losing side of World War II is a stable supply of chocolate. So one of the things that he did was he looked around and saw that his customers, if they were not getting chocolate, were getting things that had hazelnut in them. So he thought to himself, well, is it possible that I could lengthen my supply of chocolate by adding hazelnut to it? Now this is interesting because this is not something that he had seen being combined before. Many of you might know that Pietro Ferrero started off with this product called Gunjat, and now it is the product that is known today as Nutella. Nutella is at the center of the Pietro Ferrero family fortune. They're the 12th richest family in Italy. I think it approximates $12 billion, but all of this started off with this idea of going, if I look at the landscape, if I look at the green shoots, what are the two things that I could possibly put together that might be able to provide me with financial value?